I guess first off, just Shelton is not going to play tomorrow night. He's just not. He's not ready, and we're hopeful that he'll be fine by the weekend. But he needs to be able to do some more things. So we're gonna leave him back here, I think, and just let him have a couple more days, which I think is a good decision, and we'll push forward without him. But big game against Virginia Tech, playing very well. Very difficult place to play. I'm a big fan of their point guard, Justin Robinson. I think he's an outstanding player and one of the best point guards in our league. Super fast, makes shots, makes other players better. They do a great job of shooting the three, spreading you out, play a little bit of small ball at times, and from just obviously watching film and listening to Buzz a couple of times. I think they put a lot of time on their defense here lately, and I think it shows. They're playing very good defense, obviously, especially in the game against Virginia. I thought that was an unbelievable win on the road. So hands full, but another big ACC game on the road.
Is it okay to say, hey, we're fourth, but they're a game behind, and if they win, they'd have a head-to-head, over?
Yeah,
so still too early? Or?
Yeah, I mean, sure it all matters, but I think it was just our guys just want to go play well, and we've been playing extremely hard. I told our team yesterday. I think last week's one of those weeks where sometimes you work hard in life and it doesn't always pay off with wins, and that's a hard thing about sports. I thought our guys had great preparation in our practices and meetings all last week. I thought we competed extremely hard in both games, but we had a lot of basketball errors, and that cost us 2 wins or opportunities for 2 wins. But I'm just really proud of the way our guys have been able to stay focused and compete. The Duke game was a very, very physical game, very emotional game in terms of just guys dealing with some different things because of being put into some different positions by not having Shelton, and then just the way the game was played. I thought 2 teams really went after each other, and I think Coach Krzyzewski felt the same way about the game. Just it was a high-level ACC game, very physical, and our guys, I was just proud of the way they competed in the game. But we've got to try to clean things up and play better basketball to win these games against high-level teams in our league.
Coach, Virginia Tech's the #1 3-point shooting team in the league. You just played the #2 team in Duke. Yeah. They were 46% out there. Got a couple fouls. I imagine that's going to be pretty paramount. Probably going to perimeter.
Yeah, especially they do as good a job of anybody in our league of kind of advantage break. I think they get down the floor. Some of it is because they have smaller guys, and then that's obviously how they play. They space it, and they've got a couple guys. Chris Clark is another guy that is elite in the open floor, that can take it the whole way, but he also makes some incredible passes. Passing is sometimes an extremely underrated skill, I think, by media and fans. And, as a coach, you're constantly looking for that. And, that's one of the things that's too difficult for our team is our 2 best passers aren't playing right now. And, we've got to keep working with our guys on fundamental stuff. But I think Virginia Tech passes the ball almost as well as anybody in our league. I just think they really make extra passes. They've got a couple guys that are elite passers, and they put incredible pressure on your defense with their pace and their ability of those guys to pass and put you in scramble situations.
Be easy for your guys to be down or to be mopey. 2 injuries, 2 gut-wrenching losses, but what'd you see out of them the past couple of days?
I don't see that out of our guys. I think, that's one of the things I thought we, were really ready against Duke. We should have been. We had a great atmosphere, electric crowd. I think our guys were fine yesterday. I think we're a little tired, but I'm hopeful that we'll, kind of recharge the battery here. We had light practice yesterday, fairly light today. We'll do a little more, but we got to get our battery going back again here tomorrow. That's one of the things that I'm concerned about, is just having enough juice, to play for a full 40 minutes the way you need to play in a game like this.
Turnovers really hurt you in those 2 close losses.
Yeah.
Is that a big point of emphasis going to this one?
Yeah,
Especially
but it is
after-
all, it's in every game. I mean, obviously, the turnovers cost us in both games, but that's a point of, issue with me all the time. So we're constantly preaching it, talking about it. We obviously watched them all yesterday, the ones that we need to fix, and trying to make adjustments.
Is that at the top of the list of things you need to
Yeah,
clean up?
yeah, it is. Yeah, I think, by and large, I thought we did okay in some things. We took a couple of quick shots, bad shots probably, but some of those were from our scores. So, I'm going to be a little more liberal with those guys in terms of shot selection. I think they need to play with confidence, especially when you have a couple guys down. I think those guys, the last thing you want to do with those guys is have them overthinking whether they should shoot a shot or not. So that's going to be okay. But we need to take care of the ball better.
Kingsville Coliseum has never been a great place to play, but is it even less so now that they've got things rolling up there?
I think it's a neat environment. The end zone right by your bench is full of their students, and they're loud and into the game. And I'm a guy that likes kind of the older coliseums, though sometimes I'm more of a traditionalist that way in terms of enjoying some of those environments. And obviously, they're Buzz done a good job, so they've got good crowds, and I just think that people appreciate it, and so that part of it is fun to go play in those kind of games.
Detail game to keep shooting, and then
Yeah,
also
absolutely.
maybe be more cognizant of he can drive if they're coming
Yeah,
out
there's
far.
times he needs to put the ball on the floor and make more plays off the dribble. But yeah, he needs to stay aggressive and shoot whatever shot that he thinks is pretty good.
He played 40 minutes the other day. Virginia Tech likes to run a lot. Would you like to get him a little bit more rest, or is that kind of impossible?
Every game's different. The only thing about the Duke game was that it wasn't a track meet type game. So, it wasn't up and down all the time. And if it was up and down all the time, he probably wouldn't have played as many minutes. And I don't think the Duke guys would have either. There were several of their guys that played a lot of minutes. So I think every game kind of has its own flow. And as a coach, you kind of just try to see how your guys are doing, and you talk to them within the game and see if they need one, or if you see something that you need to do. And obviously, we all take our guys out, a little bit before a media timeout, and you steal minutes that way in terms of resting them, that they actually rest more than the clock on the game or the game clock shows, I guess.
How disappointed has Shelton been that he's not been able to get back?
Well, I don't think Sunday. I mean, he obviously would have loved to have been out there, but that wasn't going to happen. So it's hard to be disappointed when you're, you know that you really can't be out there. I'm sure this one will be a little tougher just from the standpoint of you'd like to go out there with your guys and play, and you don't get whatever you get 30 or 31 opportunities to do this. Guys put in a lot of hard work to get to play in those games, and then you miss one or two, and that's disappointing. But it's something we all deal with, and a lot of teams deal with.
Is the fact that he had already had concussion extenuating?
I don't know that. I mean, obviously, it's a factor that everybody thinks about, but I just don't. He's just not ready to go yet. So.
Any more questions?
Coach, the NCAA just handed down some penalties against Louisville, vacating their wins from 2011 to
Okay.
2014, including the national title. It's the first time that's ever happened for college basketball with the national title. What is the message do you think that sends to you as a college coach?
Well, clearly it shows you need to do things the right way. I just that's all I heard, a generality of it, so I don't know what they went into or any of those kinds of things. But it's hard to go back and vacate wins, and what does all that mean? And taking down a banner and those kinds of things. But I do think there needs to be punishments for things. There have to be repercussions for things that aren't being done the right way, because there's a lot of people that are. And, the playing field needs to be as level as it can be. So from that standpoint, I'm glad.
Stick with the same starting lineup.
I don't know who I'm going to start yet. Yeah, I haven't decided yet.
Is this a game that maybe Malik could get some minutes? Or
Yeah, you never know. I mean, obviously anybody could. It's all kind of ebb and flow of the game. We'll see how it plays out.